So today what we are going to discuss. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic, and that topic is allotropes of carbon. Here we will discuss what allotropes of carbon means and what allotropes means and how many allotropes of carbon are. The concept of allotrope is like that. If one element has different structural form, we call that structural form allotropes. Just let me write here the definition of allotropes. Allotropes. The concept of allotropes is like that. Different structural form of same elements are called allotropes. Different structural form of same element are known as allotropes. Different structural form of same elements are known as allotropes. For example, let me write that particular example. Carbon is an element, carbon, and carbon has three allotropic forms. Carbon has three allotropic forms. Carbon has three allotropic form. Number one is diamond. Diamond is one of the allotropic form of carbon. Number two is graphite. Graphite is another allotropic form of carbon. The number three is fullerene. Fullerene. We also called it Bucky ball. Bucky ball or Buckminster Fullerene. This is one of the allotropic form of carbon. So diamond is allotropic form of carbon. What graphite is allotropic form of carbon. But fullerene is allotropic form of carbon, right? Other name of fullerene is Bucky ball because the shape is just like a ball. Molecules, the topic name is allotropic form of carbon. Molecules are a group of atoms joined by covalent bonds. Molecule can be compounds such as water or elements such as oxygen. O2 is oxygen molecule, H2O is compound. You also call it water molecule, no problem. The elements of carbon can form a number of different molecules. Different structural form of same element is called allotrope. This is one of the most beautiful and most precise definition of allotropes. Different structural form of same element are called allotropes. Different structural form of same elements are called allotropes. Different structural form of same elements are called allotropes. Just remember definition of allotropes because you can answer this question. What is allotropes? Different structural form of same element are called allotropes. The structure and bonding in different allotrope influence their properties and uses. The one allotrope of carbon is fullerene. And what fullerene is? Fullerene is a football-like shape structure. Football-like structure. You see, you can see in this figure as well. Fullerene. This is its complete name is Buckminster fullerene. Is a simple molecule. This is fullerene, and this is carbon. This is carbon. This is carbon, and this is carbon. One carbon is joined with another. How many carbon? Remember, 4 carbon. This is another carbon. This is 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 carbon. And these are carbons. A lot of carbons are there, but not so much. Usually it has 60 carbon atoms. 60 carbon atoms. Carbon can form simple molecule called fullerene, in which each carbon atom is covalently bonded to 3 other carbon atoms. Oh yes, one carbon atom is bonded to with 3 other carbon atoms. One carbon atom is bonded with 3 other carbon atoms. You see, this is one carbon atom, and this one carbon atom is bonded with this carbon atom, with this carbon atom, and with this carbon atom. So one carbon atom is bonded with how many other carbon atoms? With 3 carbon atoms. Fullerene are often tubular molecule, means in tube form, in tube shape, but not always, or spherical. Fullerene are also in spherical shape. An example is Buckminster fullerene. We also called it Bucky ball. It has 60 carbon atoms that form a ball with the molecule C16. Fullerene have weak intermolecular forces between the molecules and so have low melting points or sublimation points. So if they will ask a question from here, why fullerene has low melting point or why fullerene has low sublimation point, then must remember fullerene have weak intermolecular forces between the molecules and so they have low melting points or sublimation points. The weak force also makes soft and slippery. However, the molecules themselves are very strong due to their covalent bonding. Molecule themselves are very strong due to their covalent bonding. But among these molecules, there are weak intermolecular forces. Fullerene have weak intermolecular forces between molecules. When we talk about intermolecular forces, previously we discussed the concept of intermolecular forces and intramolecular forces. We know intermolecular forces are weak forces, while intramolecular forces are strong forces. So fullerenes have weak intermolecular forces between the molecules and so have low melting points and sublimation points. The weak forces in fullerene also make fullerene soft and slippery. However, the next point is very important point. However, the molecule themselves, it means within molecules, the forces of attraction are strong due to covalent bonding. So the next is about graphene. Graphene has a structure like this, a tube-like structure, you see? Tube-like structure, this one. This is a two-like structure. So many different carbon atoms are combined together to make a structure. We call that structure a graphene. Graphene is similar to fullerene, but it's not simple molecule. It's not simple as fullerene is. It consists of a sheet of carbon atoms with no fixed formula. Very important point. It has no fixed formula because it has different carbon atoms. The sheet is just one atom thick, making the lightest non-material. The lightest non-material on this planet Earth is graphene up till now, but its covalent bond make it extremely strong. It allows free electron to move across its surface, so it is a good electrical conductor. Graphene has a lot of free electrons to move across its surface, which we draw these free electrons to make the concept crystal clear. This graphene has a lot of free electrons. Due to these free electrons, graphenes are good electrical conductor because we know electrical conductor. Do you have any idea what electrical conductor means and what is good electrical conductor, what is bad electrical conductor, and what is insulator? If you are familiar with these terms, then I am pretty sure you will understand what does this good electrical conductor means here. So due to these free electrons to move across its surface, it is a good electrical conductor. So now there are a few questions and we will try to understand these questions. Before going to discuss this question, there is a very interesting information written in that box. Did you know Buckminster is a name of an American architect, and that American architect, his full name is Richard Buckminster Fuller, who designed the spherical buildings with the similar structures to carbon-60, and in Canada, in Montreal. Montreal is one of the, I guess, city or province, I'm not pretty sure, but Montreal is a present in Canada. And in Canada, this guy, this American architect, used to construct spherical buildings with a similar structure to C60, means 60 carbon atom. This guy, this architect, this American architect, whose full name is Richard Buckminster Fuller. He constructed buildings, and the structure of building is similar to spherical football shaped structure, just like carbon C60 has. So scientists who discovered carbon C60 structure, this scientist named the carbon 660 structure by this American architect named Buckminster. So usually we call this fullerene Buckminster fullerene. The complete name of this fullerene is Buckminster fullerene. Its full name is Buckminster fullerenes, Buckminster fullerenes. You call it fullerene. You can also call it Bucky ball. It has a football-like shape. See in this diagram, you can see this. It has a football-like shapes. We call it Bucky ball. So the answer of these questions, what is allotrope? You can write that definition. And the next is a fullerene has formula C60 describe its structure. So let me explain this question to you. Describe the structure of fullerene. If the question would be like that, describe the structure of fullerene. That how can we describe the structure of fullerene? Let me write the answer of that particular question. Fullerene has a formula C60. Describe its structure. It is question number 2. Nanotubes are structured just like a tube-like structure, very small in size, very small in size. The C60 molecule have a saucer ball-like structure. So this is the proper answer of the question, and we have to describe the structure of fullerene. Explain why fullerene have low melting point. The next question is explain why fullerene has low melting point. Let me find the proper wording. So now that the concept of low melting point is that when there is low force of decreased force of attraction, weak force of attraction, that thing has low melting point. Okay, the next question which we have to which we are going to discuss right now is the question number 3. And the question is, explain why fullerene have low melting point. Let me write the page number. Question number 3. Let me write the answer in proper wording. There are weak intermolecular forces. Don't get confused. This intermolecular forces with covalent bonding, which are present within the molecules, because the covalent bonding which are present within the molecule, this covalent bonding is strong enough. But when we talk about intermolecular forces, the force of attraction which is there between one molecule and another molecule, we call that intermolecular forces. Simply intermolecular forces, correct. We also call it intermolecular forces, intermolecular forces. There are weak intermolecular forces between molecules of Buckminster Fullerene. These need less amount of energy. To overcome. So Buckminster Fullerene is slippery and has a low melting point. And has a low melting point. So this is the answer of that questions. You can read that questions. I hope the concept behind this question is clear to you. You can discuss that question with me. You will like classes as well. The graphene, and we discuss graphene as well. Explain why graphene is not a simple molecule. I think we can also solve that questions. Why graphene is not a simple molecule. So the answer of this question is also written in our textbook. Why graphene is not a simple molecule? You see, graphene is a similar fullerene, but it's not a simple molecule. It consists of sheet of carbon atoms with no fixed formula. A lot of carbon atoms are joined together. The sheet is just one atom thick. You see, this is one sheet, and this sheet is just one atom. The thickness of this sheet is just one atom thick. And here, when we roll up that sheet, we make a tube like that, making the lightest non-material, but its covalent bond make it extremely strong. So you can write from here, write up till here. The answer of that question you can write up till here. Now let me open your slide notes to class slide notes. Allotropes of carbon. So allotropes of carbon. Diamond, graphite, fullerene. So this is about graphene. Graphene is not a simple molecule like fullerene. They can have unlimited number of carbon atoms covalently bonded in a sheet. This is the answer to your question. They are free moving electrons. This makes this electrical conductivity. This make this electrical conductors. In that point, there are the answer of two questions. Why graphene is not a simple molecule? Why graphene is not a simple molecule? Graphene is not a simple molecule because they have unlimited number of carbon atoms covalently bonded in a sheet. Because it has unlimited number of carbon atoms covalently bonded in a sheet. The next question is, why graphene is conductors? Because it has free moving electrons. So graphene is a conductor. Graphene, the next is silicon dioxide. Okay, the next question will be discussed in the next class. Do you have anything, any query? If you have any questions in your mind, you can discuss with me. Okay, thank you. Thank you.